Hi guys, welcome to Daily Tips with Monica. um, Thank you guys for coming. Happy Monday. As well, guys. Thank you guys for coming. I do appreciate you guys' support. I do appreciate you guys' love, and I appreciate you guys for coming onto this premiere. If you have not hit that like button. If you want to share me out to all different platforms. I do appreciate you guys for that. Um, what we're going to do a 2 day series. We're going to talk about entitlement. Um, we're going to do a two-part series. It's going to be called um, it's going to be called uh entitlement, our tips on recognizing our entitlements tendencies and how to overcome them. It's going to be two parts. This is the first part. The first part is going to be recognizing those entitlement tendencies that we have. um if you just know that if you have entitlements tendencies, guys, and you feel like you're more entitled than the next person and you want to work on those things, it can happen, and it can help you improve your relationship with people. Um, if you can identify any of these tips that I am about to tell you, um, tomorrow we will talk about how we will do some suggestions on how to follow through with trying to overcome your entitlement tendencies. Um, the first thing is um, expectation. The first thing is you you expect the same rules that apply to others shouldn't apply to you. For example, some people would like to start at the bottom and work their way to the top, but you feel as though you shouldn't have to, and that is not right. So don't is nothing wrong with starting from the bottom and work your way to the top, because you'll have more gratitude that way. It'll help you become more fulfilled knowing that you started from the bottom and worked your way to the top, instead of just um, beating people to the way to the top. Because let me tell you something, this shows a lot about your character when you try to beat people when you're trying to get to the top. The best thing for you to do is to to feel like just as well as everybody else. Every rule. Like if you're in a company, and excuse me guys, my shoes are hurting my feet. I gotta take them off. Uh um if you are in a company and you wanting to grow, do you think that they gonna want to recognize you or level you up because of the fact that you cheated to the top? No one wants a cheater. No one wants a cheater. No one wants those people that not following by the rules. No one, because they'll feel like if you break this rule, you'll break the next rule. So don't feel like you're entitled to not follow the rules that are set into place for you. If it applies to everyone else, it should apply to your life as well, or apply to you as well. Don't ever think you're too good to um follow other follow rules. Um, that's the first thing. The second thing is um favors. You may feel massively put upon when other people ask you for small favors, but expect that when you ask people a favor, it's no big effort. So um, that's another way of having entitlement tendencies. when someone asks you for a favor and you feel like, hey, I really don't want to do it, but when you ask someone, that same person, for a favor, and they don't mind doing it for you, and you feel like, they supposed to do it, but you don't want to put that same effort in. That's not fair to them. If you should treat people the same way. That's what I always learned. That's how I've been raised. You want to treat people the same way you want to be treated. So if someone asks you for a favor and you're able to do it, do it. You shouldn't feel like you're too good to do someone's a favor, because let me tell you something. Some of those people you're looking down upon, some of those people that you're looking down upon may be the same people you may need on your way down or your way up. So be careful when someone asks you to do a favor. Make sure you have an open mind about helping people, because there's nothing wrong with helping someone. No one is telling you to allow people to use you. But what they're saying is, if you want someone to do you a favor and be a cheerful giver to you, why can't you be a cheerful giver to that other person? That's all what this is saying. That's all what a favor is about. Just doing something to help another individual. Don't always feel like, you don't always feel like you are above giving someone a favor. You're not above that. Um the third thing is agenda. What it is, it says you expect other people to be more interested in you and what's on your agenda than you're interested in them and what's going on in their agenda. You see your own interest as more interesting than the next person's interests, goals, and dreams. And you feel like your stuff is more valid and more important than the other person. So don't be selfish. If you want to have friends and have people in your life that's for you, you can't just say be all about yourself. You can't always say, well, what I'm talking about is more important than what you're talking about. That's very selfish. What I got going on in my life is more important than what you got going on, because you're not really talking about anything. And see, you think someone is going to really want to be around you? Do you think someone is really wanting to be around you, knowing that being this way towards them? Like, they'll say every time I talk to her, she always talk about herself. She don't never allow me to. She my friend, but she don't never allow. She don't never be supportive of me, but she always wants me to support her or him. It's not right to me. And they'll try to come to you, and you may not, just it goes one in and out the other. And that's a sense of entitlement, that you feel like you matter. But guess what? Other people feel is matter, and people's what they have going on, they feel like it is just as important as what you got going on. So you can't just automatically say what they got going on is not important. It is not important. So make sure you guys are just um, working on those entitlement tendencies that you have. And like I said, this is going to be a two-part series. So um, make sure you guys, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Like, it's so many people that feels like they're entitled to something just because they um they have feelings, but they have to we have to realize, those entitled people have to realize that you have feelings too, and sometimes you're just entitled as they are to my feelings. I have a right to have feelings. I have a right to feel the way that I feel. I have the right to uh, grow in a company just as well as you are. I have the right to drive a car. I have the right to, say for instance, you have a family member uh pass away, and because this has happened to me. I had my dad, he passed away, and my stepmom, she felt as though, she was entitled to everything that my dad had. Yes, he did have, yes, she was his wife, and that's true. She was his wife, and she is entitled to her wifely uh, portion. But as his only child having him not having a will, the state of Mississippi said that I was just as entitled to what my dad had, just as she was, because I was my dad's only child. And y'all, it was just a whole drama about that. I had to go to court and all that. That just 2-3 years of just fighting for something that I have. So let me tell you something, guys. When you're dealing with a situation that I have dealt with, guys, make sure that you support your parents. If you have a parent that like maybe a little well off, and you have a stepmom or something like that, mama one thing now, mama gonna look out for you. But sometimes like when you're dealing with stepmom or stepfather or something like that, and he has other children, um and my dad, he was the type that, even though he did have a wife and stepchildren, he had I was his only child. So he always made an effort to make sure that I was good. And for him to know that I had his only two grandchildren in this world, you think that he wouldn't want to support me and his grandkids? He would. He would cherish my children just like he cherished me. But some people heart ain't like I said, no, everyone's heart is and everybody's not raised like you have been raised, but it's not all about that. But you have to get past your entitlement because you feel like you deserve everything and you didn't. And that's what the judge came to say. We had came to an agreement, and no, she hasn't gave me everything that I supposed to give. But you know what? I'm gonna let the Lord handle that. I'm not gonna put myself through no more agony dealing with her. And I don't have any. I have forgiven her. I have moved on with my life. When I see her, no, I don't speak, and I know I got to do better at that. But she really don't exist, and I know I got to do better at that. But I just feel like, you can't say you love me when you say and love my dad, say you love me and my children, but you feel that as his child, his only child, that he didn't want to give me anything. I was my dad only, one and only. I look like my dad, my son look like my dad, and if I look like my dad and my little girl look like my dad, so we all look like my dad. We all have his genes. He can't deny us because we all got his genes. My dad had a very strong gene because I look just like him. My son looked like him, and my baby girl looked like him. And probably, if I ever have any more, probably gonna look like him. So let me stop ranting and let's get back to the tip. So, um, just allow me a few more moments, guys. Y'all, my internet don't went out, so I'm doing these tips on this right here, and I hope you guys be patient with me because I don't know what happened. Um, the fourth thing is you freeload. For example, guys, you use a torrenting program to download movies rather than paying for them. So you freeload. Every time there is a chance to get over on somebody to get something free and hold on to someone's coattail, you're down for it. I'm not talking about anyone or anything like that, but if you find it in your a way to try to get over somebody, that's what you're down for. That's what you're down for, getting over on someone. You feel like you are entitled to other people money that they have worked hard for. And I hate that. That's one of my pet peeves. I'm never gonna think I'm entitled to speak to someone ugly or feel like I'm entitled to someone else's money that they have worked hard for. And I'm not gonna take advantage of them or get mad at someone about their own money. I ain't gonna do that. Because I know that people work hard for everything they have. So why would I sit up here and freeload every time You go out with a friend and they every time you go out with a friend, they never have that extra the money to pay for their meal, but always expect you to have their back all the time when it comes. That's freeloading. Stop doing that. Have your own back. Have your own back. Don't always have expectations for people to always give you something. For real. Stop feeling so entitled like someone owes you something. No one owes you anything. Honestly. So stop freeloading off people. And stop freeloading off the government when you know you can get up and work. I ain't trying to be mean and I ain't trying to make nobody feel no type of way and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but this is just the truth. We have to stop feeling like we entitled to certain stuff when we really not entitled. Um the fifth thing is you inconvenience others without thinking. For example, you cancel appointments or reservations repeatedly. You make plans with friends and then bail out on those plans without considering the other friends' time. Um, um, you run into a store 1 minute before closing without thinking about the fact that you'll be delayed the shopping assistant from getting home on time. You think it's only 5 minutes without considering that the assistant may have somewhere they need to be. So check this out. You inconvenience other people without thinking. Like you never show. You want to say, "Oh, girl, we need to go out. We need to go out and go out to eat," and you never show up. You always late. You always inconsiderate of other people's time, and you think they supposed to just. And then when they ain't there, you get mad at them because they're not there. But you have to be considerate. You have to be considerate of other people's time. Don't think it's they owe you they owe you that time to sit there and wait. When you say you're supposed to be here at this specific time, I got to do better at that too because I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes, like my mom say, she always running slow. She always slow getting ready, her and the kids ready. I do, and I'm gonna have to do better at that. I'm gonna have to do better at. I am going to do better at. Um, I'm gonna do better at being on time for stuff and being if we're having a girls night out, make sure that I'm there for the girls night out, not be 15, 20, 30 minutes fashionably late because I know I'm bad about that. That's why I said we have to respect other people's time. If people are considerate enough to come on time, why can't you? If they always available to go out to eat and put some time in with you, why can't you do that? That's how we have to be. We have to be considerate of other people's time. The sixth thing is you think it's okay to upset or offend other people. You see people who like to keep the peace as weak. So you love to keep up drama. You love to disrespect people. And the fact that they don't like drama, but you feel like they weak and you want to come at them and say, well, you a coward. You a coward. You act like you can't say what you want to say. You want to send them long drawn out emails about how they ain't this and how they ain't that because you couldn't get over on them. And so you want to talk to them all ugly and cuss them out and tell them that they ugly and just say all type of mean stuff to them. Just because the fact that they don't like drama and they don't do drama. And you know that they're not going to blast you on social media because they're not about that. But little do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even though you may say all those mean things, that makes that person not want to fool with you. And then you may need that person. And because of the fact that you treated that person and spoke to that person the way that you did, because you felt like you was entitled enough to disrespect them the way that you did, they ain't gonna want to fool with you ever. I wouldn't either. Why would I want to have a friend that act like an enemy. I wouldn't want that. I would not want that. So don't feel like you're entitled to offend other people and get them out of character. That's not cute. Learn how to keep the peace. Don't try to feel like people that don't like drama is weak minded. Then they're not weak. They just don't deal with drama. They don't have time for that. They got too much goodness going on to step out of character to address you. And that's just real. The eighth thing is you cheat in environments that are based on reciprocity. For example, you ask loads of questions in your favorite internet forum, but you don't spend the same amount of time answering other questions. So this is the same thing as entitlement with YouTube. And you know what I'm saying? I try to, and you want everyone to watch your videos. You feel like you want everyone to support your channel, but are you supporting those people that are supporting you, that are coming to your videos? Are you shouting them out? Are you giving back to them, or are you taking all their money, all their super chats, all their cash app, and never giving back to those people? You're taking them for granted. You're taking them for granted. You know, and you feel like you are entitled to these people doing those nice gestures for you. Don't be so entitled like that ever. Okay, guys, and the last thing is um that's all the tips that I have. So guys, we're going to go ahead and recap. The first thing is the examples. What this is, guys, we're going to call the examples of entitlement tendencies. Um, the first thing is you expect the same rules that apply to others shouldn't apply to you. So you feel like those rules that are set up don't apply to you, and you just gonna do what you want to do. You can't be that way. The second thing is you feel massively put upon when other people ask you for small favors, but expect that when you ask people for favors, it's no big effort. So the same amount of effort that you put into, you want people to put into you, you have to give that same amount of effort back to those favors that they ask you to. If they want to ask you to borrow money, then if you have the money, let them borrow. Don't think that they're trying to get over. Y'all hear the children in the back. Lord have mercy. The third thing is you expect other people to be more interested in you and what's on your agenda than what and then you're interested in them and what's on their agenda. So you're not really interested in what they talking about. All thing you're interested in is what your agenda is and what you got going on. What they got going on ain't important. The fourth thing is you disregard the rules that are intended for everyone's comfort. Oh, that's not one of those things. I'm sorry. The fourth thing is you freeload. Stop freeloading off people. Stop thinking that you are entitled to other people's money because you're not. If someone is nice enough to give you something, you be appreciative and not take that for granted. Because sometimes people notice that and then they ain't gonna want to fool you. And then when you put that expectation, like, oh, she gonna give me this amount of money and I can do this with it. Then when you put that expectation on it, then they don't give it to you the way that you wanted to give it to, and then they realize that you're taking advantage of them, then you gotta go back to the drawing board. So stop freeloading all people. Um, the fifth thing is you're inconveniencing others without thinking. So um stop wasting people time. If you're late, let them know I am running late. Don't feel as though you can just sit around and just expect people to sit and wait on you when you're late or you're not coming, so you just not say nothing. That's not right, and you got to be appreciative of other people's time, because they set that time out of the day to give you that time. The sixth thing is, um, you think it's okay to upset or offend other people. So you feel like you use your mouth or your hands to type out and say mean and degrading things. Put that back. You don't, boy. Um, you feel like you are entitled to speak and do mean things to people. You feel like you are entitled to do that because that's what you want to do. Don't be that kind of person. And the seventh thing is, you think it's okay. I'm sorry. The seventh thing is, you cheat in environments that are based on reciprocity. So that means is you reciprocate the same thing. So say if it's like I said on here on YouTube, if someone supports your channel, watch your videos, and you never go over to their way, you think they're gonna continue to support you? No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not going to support y'all. Excuse that. That was Uncle Pie. So um they are not going to reciprocate that back. So support the people, but guys, that are supporting you. I understand that sometimes I may forget a couple people, but each and every one of you guys, I do appreciate you. So just allow me a moment, please. So guys, thank you for your patience, guys. We just had a little interruption, but that's okay. Jamel, please go sit down. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming. I hope you guys got something out of it. Tomorrow, Jamel. Tomorrow we will be talking about ways of improving, the ways of overcoming those entitlement tendencies. So I hope you guys look forward to that, guys. I have a special announcement. This in sometime in I got to get with Tracy. I'm sorry, guys. So I can do the interview with about her two books. Don't let God smell her pants, smell your panties, and my panties clean. And then on August the 27th, guys, I will be doing an interview with um Get Lit with Mo. She is one of a big YouTuber. So if she just made it to 75K, I am so happy for her. So guys, look forward to that interview on August the 22nd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Um, as well, guys, if you want me to talk about a specific subject, please make sure that you email me at mjjfamily2020@gmail.com. And as well, if you want to, no, just give Mama a second. Um, if you want to contact me on Instagram, that'd be a great way of contacting me on Instagram. And as well, guys, if you wanting to, I don't lost my train of thought. If you want to donate to the channel, then you can always cash at me at jfamilymukbang. And make sure you guys are supporting the McRae Kingz. They will be coming to you guys 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10:15 Central Standard Time. Thank you so much. So thank you guys for coming. Um, I will be, I'm sorry. So I will be seeing y'all tomorrow with the second part of this video. If you make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as well, guys, if there's nothing else, don't let anything or anyone steal your joy. If Don't let anything or anyone steal your joy. If they didn't give it to you, they can't take it away. So y'all have a wonderful day, guys. My little girl Jayla is trying to be a little character. You know how they are. They always want to be heard or seen on the video. So thank you guys so much for coming. Y'all have a blessed day.